Welcome back, video creeps. What up, you guys?
What up? Welcome to my channel, Video Creep. Make sure you hit subscribe.
We're going to go over this one time and one time only.
Hey everybody, have you heard the news? Joe Bob is back in town. Joe Bob is back in town. Joe Bob is back in town.
Hello, internet fans. Do you want to learn about horror movies that you never knew existed? Do you miss the video store but not the late fees? Then join us at 3B Video, where we talk about stuff like this, and this, and this. If you'll excuse me, I've got some videotapes to return. You like Huey Lewis in the news?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Friday Night Showcase. I am your host, Mick Manhattan, the Scene Snob, back again. We are here to have fun, and I couldn't imagine having any more fun than with these guys right here, the Canned Air podcast guys. Jeremy, Randy, and Jack are just waiting. I'm going to bring them out. They have a great podcast station. Go check it out. It's so much fun. I got to be on the show a couple weeks ago, the game show. Lost miserably. But I did have a great time doing it. They were great hosts, and I always enjoy hanging out with like-minded podcasters and talking about geek, pop culture, and comic books. And that's what these guys do. And I'm going to bring them on now, and we're going to get their history, and then maybe even play a little game. What's up, everybody?
How's it going?
How's it going, Mick?
Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Hey, thank you for coming on. I really appreciate that. Let's go around, introduce yourselves. Randy, let's start with you.
I'm Randy Hardenbrook.
And well, Jeremy, how about you?
I am Jeremy Colley. I'm the producer, the main moderator of the show.
Guess I screwed that up, huh?
We love you, Randy.
And last but certainly not least is Jack. Jack, how you doing, buddy? Oh, I can't hear you, pal.
Can't hear you, buddy.
That's just like Canned Air style. I got the mic muted at the wrong time. I thought I clicked it back on, but I guess I didn't.
That's how you know you're at home.
That's no different. Welcome to the show, guys. So I want to get Jack. I'm so glad you guys are on the show. I've been looking forward to this since we talked about it. I had so much fun on your show. You could have rigged it so I could have won. I mean, come
on. Sorry, man.
We put a letter into Jackbox.
I got one question right, and everybody was like, "Oh, man, it's coming out of you." But I'll tell you. So I want to ask real quick, like what's the origin story of Canned Air podcast?
Canned Air podcast origin story starts in 2013. I'm a musician, and I have a bunch of recording equipment just sitting around. And in 2013, all the people I play music with had kind of not forgotten about it, but we're getting married, having kids, stuff like that. And I found myself not knowing what to do with all this equipment. So learned about podcasting. About a month after that, went to my first Comic-Con, and then the two just kind of seem to go together. I mean, obviously, it's not the most original idea. There's a million comic and pop culture shows out there, but man, it's been a lot of fun.
That is awesome. And did you all? How did Randy and Jack? How did you guys come into the fold?
Jeremy and I actually worked together, and when he had the idea pop into his head, he came over to me and was like, "How would you like to do a podcast?" And he said, my eyes glazed over and was just like, "Yeah."
He couldn't answer yes quick enough.
I came a little bit later into the picture. I've only been with them about a year and a half. I was a fan long before that, listening to them. I supported them on Patreon and stuff like that. And they had their one of their third hosts part ways with them, and just happened to be talking to Jeremy one day. He's like, "Hey, why don't you come on the show?" I was like, "Okay."
Nice.
We
Well,
thought in the
you
corner
know, so-
panhandling, so I thought it was probably something better for him.
I was just loitering outside the studio,
Yeah. There's that Randy guy again. Let's give him a job again.
Close the blinds, quick, hurry.
For anybody watching who who may not have listened yet, and I'm telling everybody, go out and listen to their show. It's great. Don't play along with the game show. Just watch it. You play along.
Oh, man. Burn. Be like last week. Just busting the guests.
Yeah, but it was during a presidential debate.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
come on. You're not going to win that.
Yeah, we didn't think that one through too much.
I did not either. My show was on Tuesday night, I think, after you guys, and I was just like, yeah, what am I doing?
Sorry.
So tell us more about the show. Like, what do you guys talk about? What are some of your favorite things?
It's a comedy podcast where we just talk a little bit about everything we love: comics, video games, movies, toys, anything that fits into that category of pop culture.
Toys, movies.
What's that?
Comics.
Thank you for emphasizing, Jack.
Repeating.
In case you missed anything in there.
But yeah, and then we've also for years now welcomed a new either a comic creator, who else? Screen voice actors, all kinds of producers, all kinds of different people to the show.
Yeah.
Directors. What was that, Jack?
Musicians. We've got a little bit of everything been on.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and we've been going. We're going on 7 years next month.
That's fantastic.
It's here. No, this month.
This
here in
month,
a few
yeah.
days. Holy
Actually,
crap.
here, yeah, about.
Happy anniversary, guys.
Hey,
That is awesome. I'm so happy to hear that.
got you these.
I love the name. Did it? I know you have a shirt, but did it come from Spaceballs? Was that it? That was the origin. Which
Oh yeah.
absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's a fantastic movie.
One of the best.
So going on, and you go on twice a week, right? You guys are, or how many times a week are you going?
I mean, with typically a regular episode of the podcast we'll post, and then Jack and Randy will do an episode of their game show. So I mean, I guess that will count as 2 posts. But a lot lately, we've been getting so bogged down with requests that we've had to put 2 episodes in a week just to accommodate. And we want to keep all these people happy, so we gotta keep on it. Keep on keeping on.
Absolutely. So what have you seen? 7 years. That's amazing. That's really fantastic, guys. Congratulations and
Thank you.
happy anniversary to you guys. So what's been the secret behind it? Just going forward, like how do you maintain? Because you see a lot of podcasts come in and then they go out. Like, what for you has been the secret to such longevity and success?
It's therapy. Basically, it is pretty much.
It really is. I mean, he's not wrong. It definitely is. It's a release. Like when we did the during the quarantine, we were still recording shows some of the time, but what we were recording was all done via Skype. So it's just not the same. I mean, we like it. It's still a great way to do the show, but you know, we're so seasoned to sitting around seeing our faces that yeah, when we finally got back together, it was such a weight off our shoulders. But Randy, do you want to add anything to this before I go on? I feel like I'm hogging the mic here.
No, you're fine. I mean, you guys have been at this a lot longer than I have, so please. But for me, it's just been, being somebody completely new to the game, having Jack and Jeremy kind of take time and mentor me and kind of like, dude, don't say, don't just stop, lean into the mic, lean out, stuff like that. It's just, it's been amazing. And I really can't thank them enough for having the patience to put up with me over the last year and a half. But even when I was, what's that?
Been a struggle.
I'm sorry, you're kind of crashing like the game show does, Jack. Can you,
Oh, another burn. I'm
not loud enough, or
I'm just messing with you, man.
Longevity goes. I mean, just keeping it going and keeping it interesting. I mean, it's not an easy task. That's for freaking sure. You get those special guests, some of those people you've looked up to for years, and then you get to talk to them. That's a shot of adrenaline that wants you to keep going. Getting to talk and be, with people like yourself. I mean, we love doing this. Like you said at the beginning of this, talking with like-minded people. I guess just the most important thing that the three of us have come to remember, we've just learned, is to be persistent and keep going no matter what. You're going to have days where you want to quit. And, well, if you quit, that's just that, I mean, Mitch, I'm sure you can relate, but you just have to power through the bad times and appreciate the good ones when they happen.
That's very well put.
One thing for me is being a listener before I joined that I've always appreciated with the show is pretty much right off the bat, Jack and Jeremy formatted it in such a way that it wasn't time stamped, if that made sense. Like they would pick a retro topic that you could go back and listen to 2-3 years down the road, and it would still have the same effect as something that was recorded the next day. So having that kind of back catalog to kind of cycle through and say, oh hey, I like this actor, oh that's a cool topic, I want to listen to that, or oh yeah, I remember my favorite video games or first person shooters, or whatever it was. Like that was just really cool.
Nice. So what with that, like, I mean, you guys have had a lot of interviews, I'm sure, over the years and things like that. Who are some of your more favorite guests? I don't want to say favoritist, like
your bestest all-time favoritist.
Yes. As you can see, we speak like 3-year-olds here.
Yeah.
Well, we are in good company then.
Right.
Randy, Jack, when you guys want to go first?
So I was always a huge Power Ranger fan growing up, and David J. Fielding, who played Zordon on the first season of the Power Rangers, like is a regular. So I think it was like my second or third episode that Jeremy's like, oh, hey, by the way, Zordon's going to be on. And I'm sitting there like, don't fangirl. But that's something that's always going to stick with me, is just the ability to talk to somebody I idolized growing up. It was surreal.
One of mine was Jim Cummings, the voice of Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, almost half of the animated Star Wars series, video
Our
game.
childhoods.
Yeah, pretty much.
My favorite animated character of all time.
Which one?
Darkwing Duck.
Oh yeah, that's right, Darkwing too. Actually, he was one I didn't know until he did the little stinger for us, and I was like, "Oh my god,
are you serious?"
Yeah, I didn't realize that was him too.
Oh, I thought you were saying you didn't know Darkwing. I was like, get out.
No. Yeah, I know Darkwing, definitely.
Jack.
Hanzo and all the Star Wars series is cartoon.
Yeah. He was so cool to talk to.
Yeah. And he's from my hometown too, which was kind of cool.
Nice. Where's that? If you don't mind me asking, where is that?
Youngstown, Ohio.
Youngstown, Ohio. That's awesome. And Jeremy, how about you, man? Like, what? 7 years you've been doing this. Like, I'm sure you've had some tons of guests that you really appreciated.
Quite a few, and I always try to answer this differently. I don't want to say the same one, so I'm going to say, what'd you say?
Keep the interview fresh.
I'm trying. I'm trying. One of my favorites would have to be Ernie Hudson, probably, who was Winston Zeddemore in Ghostbusters. We got him on through Adult Swim. What was the cartoon he was promoting? Jack, do you recall?
Oh no, it's on the tip of my tongue. I know Justin Roiland plays the dog in it.
Wasn't it Hot Streets?
Hot Streets, that's it.
Hot Streets, that was it. Yes, thank you, Randy. Thank you. But he was just such a cool, laid-back guy. No nerves. It was just me, Jack, and Ernie. We were just sitting around, just I don't know, laid-back conversation, talking with this person we've been watching on screen, Bus Ghost, since we were kids.
He was super humble too.
Very.
I think he ended up like having an in-depth conversation about Jack and his military experience there for a minute, right?
Say what?
Wasn't he asking you about your like military experience and stuff? Like just like you'd be talking to anybody at maybe not.
I don't remember. I might have mentioned something.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, just having a conversation like we were just very down to earth, very
yeah.
Not me, but you know what I mean.
That was our Uncle Ernie. Hey, Ernie, how you doing?
Uncle Ernie.
Pretty
I'm
good.
sure
guy.
he'd appreciate that.
We're in good with him, all right.
So what? So every geek has their fandom, if you will. Like it's their one. That like maybe they gravitate towards the most. And you guys have just named some awesome ones. But like when you're going into it, especially on the show and stuff like that, like what's the one you gravitate towards the most?
Who wants to go first, Randy?
So I am the resident video game nerd. That's my default. That's my go-to. I got really nervous at the beginning because, being a pop culture and comics podcast, I'm like, guys, I don't know that much about comics. But it's
Clearly, you don't know Spider-Man.
Oh, would you knock it off with that? Dude, you miss one question on the trivia game because you're not paying attention, and
you become the Bugle Boy from now on.
Yes. Well, Jack, since you're so eager to throw me under the bus, what's your fandom that you go to?
Oh, I don't know. My mom. I think a lot of mine seem like they go to 80s movies, I guess. I mean, we were doing the best soundtracks, and I got Top Gun as one of mine because I don't know, it was a good soundtrack. I got crap from it from a listener too. He was joking around. He's like, seriously, Top Gun? You didn't pick The Crow? I was like, oh, come on. I was like, yeah, that's a good one, but geez. Highway to the Danger Zone.
Jack plays it every morning driving to work.
Yeah.
No traffic.
I guess my pick would have to be the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like no matter what, anytime, any excuse, any chance I get, buddy, I am on it and loving every minute of it. It's I don't know. Any chance I get, I bring it up.
There's nothing wrong with that. And actually, that leads us to our first comment of the night by Brent Umina. We all know you want to gush on Kevin Eastman. It's okay. I'd gush on him too. I guess Kevin Eastman was a guest on the show, and that's all.
You are correct, Brent. I did want to gush about Kevin Eastman. It's so cool to have had him on the show too. But I think he was my pick on the last interview we did. So I was like, I gotta pick something else.
And he comes back with, y'all forgot Spawn on that one too. Killer soundtrack.
That was one on my list. I just didn't get to that one because I think we ended up cutting it a little bit short for the host or the guest.
That is a good one.
I don't think I've ever listened to that one.
So I wanted to kind of have a little fun with you guys here. It was debate week, and that was such a great time for America. But I figured maybe we could rectify that. Maybe we can hold our own debates right here on the show.
Oh no!
We can call each other names and tell each other to shut up too.
Dude, that's just an episode.
What I figured was I want to ask some of of course, geek, pop culture, comic book related things, and just get your feelings on it. I want to get what you feel, and then I'm going to have you debate them. How's that sound?
That sounds like a hell of a lot of fun. Let's do it.
All right. So I want to talk about your favorite comic book, and I will open this up to video games as well for you, Randy.
I can go comics. I don't need special treatment.
All right, whatever you want to do.
Randy his helmet.
Open it up to everything. Open it up. I want to know your favorite world that you to live in first. That's the first thing. What would be the world in any medium that you'd want to live in?
Just overall favorite, like fictional world.
Yep. I mean, it could be New York City from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There's lots of pizza there. That's great.
Also a lot of ninjas, though. It's a pretty dangerous place.
That is very true.
And I'm no turtle. Not yet,
So-
anyway.
I'm waiting for that one. You're just looking for the movies. But yeah, no, I want to know your worlds, and then we're going to debate them.
Boy, I think I've answered this question a long time ago, and I want to use the same answer, and it's nothing you'd probably expect me to pick. I picked the Mushroom Kingdom from Super Mario Brothers because
Oh, you did pick that before.
yeah, I mean, what's the worst that could happen there? I mean, okay, a Dragon King steals your woman, but all you have to do is jump on his head a couple times and you got her back. I mean, that's as threatening as it seems to get.
Are you a plumber, sir?
And you got me there.
Wow.
Wow. I need to rethink my answer then. Okay.
Jack, I want to know what world you think is you want to live in.
To stick with video games, I'm a big MMO player, and I would probably I know it would have been the World of Warcraft world, but now I'm kind of moved away from World of Warcraft and going in with Final Fantasy 14. And that place is cool. I mean, there's a lot of dangerous animals. I guess there both are on both sides. I mean, even boars, unless you get strong enough, you can kill a boar in one shot.
All right.
But yeah, no, I mean, the scenery, the scenery and just the places, the locations in Final Fantasy are awesome. And I've spent a lot of time, not as much as World of Warcraft yet, but I've spent a lot of time in there.
It's okay. All right, we're video games now. I'm anxious to see where Randy goes with this.
I almost feel like I gotta go comics at this point. You know what? I'll be a janitor at the Xavier School for Gifted Mutants.
Now, you yourself are not gifted.
No, I'm just the janitor.
Yeah, cranks you have put on you.
You can't be the plumber. You can't be the hero, and you can't be the mutant. So we're just
the janitor.
So with that being said, those are all great choices. I don't know why you chose janitor. I just asked what world you want to live in. You could have been anything in the world. You could have been a podcast.
Maybe I'm trying to cover my ass for the future debate here.
Easy.
Well, okay. It takes you out. Now, in your world, so basically you just live in a world with the mutants and heroes exist in that world. I want you guys to tell me, out of your worlds, who is the most economically sound? Which world works the best economically? And give me the reasons why. This is a thinker. You got to figure out.
Can we help each other out? Because
that's not how they
my call-ins.
Sure, go ahead.
I mean, Jeramy's world has like freaking gold coins like just flying around all over the place. So I'm voting for the Mario world.
They're everywhere though. That's going to make the value like nothing though, because it's all over the place.
They're less than a penny.
But you get a new life every time you get 100.
Yeah. Hey, there
True.
you go. You'll be living forever. Randy's is just a bunch of kids, so I mean,
Yeah, I'm just a bunch
how
of
well
around
is the economy going to be working at a school?
just a bunch of angsty teenagers.
Technically, I'm pretty sure with all of those angsty mutant teenagers, you're getting paid pretty well as the janitor in a rich guy's mansion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Think of the crap a high school janitor gets. Just a normal
That's
high
what I
school
was thinking
janitor.
when you said janitor there. I was like, really?
You're at a mutant school. You are screwed, son.
I'm not cleaning that bathroom.
You should have went for gardener or something. At least you're outside.
Beast,
Point.
you plug the toilet up again.
Yeah, but
Here's where you screwed up. Who do you think cleans up after Wolverine goes berserker mode in the mansion?
well,
So you're getting paid pretty well.
Job security.
to argue with the Gardner point, though, I don't know how many X-Men cartoons and comics I've seen where they have like guns just like randomly shooting out of the damn bushes. So I would not want to be pruning and then come face to face down the barrel of a gun.
That's true.
Oh man. Well, so what do you think? I would say if I had to choose any of them, I'd probably say Final Fantasy VII is the most well put together economic, world that we have here.
Yeah, it's already put together, and there's castles, and
I'm
there's
kidding.
kings, and
I mean, there's random wild animals carrying money around that you kill, and I mean, yeah.
yeah,
They're
there's actually a
real
built
wild animals that
There's
have cash on
auction
them because
houses.
people be killing raccoons at dumpsters all the time. We'd have less of a vermin problem too. Probably.
There you go.
All right, next question. It can be any team of heroes. Doesn't have to be super. It can be any team of heroes you have to join up. But you're carrying their equipment around. That's all you do. That's your job. You're the Shaggy of the Mystery Inc. here. In fact, if you pick Mystery Inc., you're less than Shaggy.
You're carrying Shaggy stuff.
You're the tag along. So, which team are you going with? Now, think about this one, because you can go with your favorite, but you could be in danger because you're not one of the heroes fighting. You're just along for the ride.
Now, is this outside of our worlds we just picked? Is this like completely different?
Yeah, you can go with anybody else.
Just carrying their stuff, huh?
I think my team would actually be easy, because it's the civic-minded 5 from the Tick.
That would have been a good choice for the last question.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if I want to live around them. I mean, there's Feral Boy, Jungle Janet, Mucilage Man. That might be the only drawback on there, having to carry extra vats of goo, I guess, for him. The Carpeted Man, that might actually be hard too, because he passes out after he walks around for so long because he overheats. And then Four-Legged Man, I think that was all. Was that 5? I think that was 5.
Yeah, those 5. So, what do you got for me, Jeremy? I want to hear yours next.
I'm gonna have to go with the Ninja Turtles. I think the load I would be carrying would be very light, just some weapons, maybe occasionally one of Donnie's machines. I mean, if I'm an Avenger team up, I'm carrying around probably some kind of start tech, I would have to imagine. Who knows with the X-Men, but I don't know. I feel like I just learned something for just being around and holding the Turtles' weapons. You know what I mean?
You'd almost be like a caddy.
Another Casey Jones, if you will. Maybe that's what he was doing.
There you go.
Dude,
this is the good part, because they learned their principles. They learn how to be ninjas.
Mm-hmm.
You can be taught, so you can be the one carrying it around. You can't gain superpowers, but you can be taught.
Exactly.
So you can learn from Master Splinter.
And what better teacher? What better teacher could you have?
Than a 6-foot rat. Absolutely no.
I don't think I could learn from the civic-minded 5, because, I mean, I'm pretty civilized, I guess.
No, you'd be carrying their stuff along with a thing of popcorn, just eating it, being entertained at all their antics. That's what would happen there.
my fear with you, Jeremy, is you're just going to turn into Grubhub, though. Like every time they want a pizza, you're going to grab one.
That's probably true. You're like, well, you're human. We're big monster turtles. I mean, it kind of makes sense that you'd be the one to go pick up the snacks.
Send Pinky up there to go get it.
Pinky. I would draw the line. Be like, guys, it's been fun, but you're going to have to find another caddy.
And Randy, how about you? What team you joining?
This might bite me in the ass, but I'm gonna say the Green Lantern Corps, because really all I have to do is carry around the lantern battery, right?
No, you die.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't carry that battery.
Unless he's keeping you in the bubble the entire time he's traveling through space.
You're right. That did bite you in the ass.
All right, I'm gonna have to give the point to Jeremy on this one.
Woo!
So that brings me to my next question. I already think I know Jeremy's answer to that. You have to learn a skill from any superhero. To pick your mentor. Which superhero are you going to have mentor you and train in their skill?
You definitely already have mine. So next,
Yes.
Probably the same one as Jeremy. I'm pretty sure.
Master Splinter.
Oh no, Magneto.
Oh, Magneto.
There you go.
What's he going to teach you though? You don't have that mutant power.
Well, that's what I thought. That's where I thought this whole scenario.
No, for sure. All right, let's amend that. For shits and giggles, let's say you can gain the power.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
I don't want to be Magneto anymore.
Brent
I think I'm going to have to choose Magneto then.
Imagine being a sidekick to the heroes of Eternia. Would you be responsible for cleaning up after Battle Cat? That's a good
Well,
question.
Randy would. He's a janitor.
That's a big Cooper scooper, my friend.
I already have a
great.
huge cat, so I mean, I
Letterbox,
kind
just
of can already put that on my resume.
Yeah, you need a freaking snow shovel for that, though, bro.
Really though, Battle Cat is only Battle Cat when they're out in battle, so there's no need to have the janitor. Otherwise, he's Cringer, and he's just. I mean, he's not a small cat, but he's a big cat. So I guess it wouldn't be so bad.
What, he only takes a crap when he's Battle Cat? What? I mean, come on.
No, I'm sure it's like a horse. The horse is just going to take crap anywhere. So but when
Obviously, Jack did not watch Tiger King this year.
No.
You're the only one. You don't want a big cat just walking around. It's not, especially with Carol Baskin's out there. You're screwed.
Like those people that decide to live with full-grown chimpanzees. Like, that's just not a good idea.
Yeah.
So, I want to. I don't know if you guys are really into horror, but I want to push kind of into that with being Halloween and everything. I want to hear some of your favorite horror movies.
I guess I'll start. Some of my favorites, though they're not really scary. Horror is not my first genre to go to, but I enjoy it. So when I look at horror, I'm looking at more of the ridiculous horror and Child's Play and all the Chucky films. I've always adored them. I love them.
All right.
Maybe it's because I was young and it was so popular when I was younger, but the Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
Nice.
I mean,
Great choice.
Dream Warriors is still one of my favorites for some reason. I don't. Maybe it's just because of the classes that everyone changed into when they were in their dreams and stuff. The one kid was a wizard. The one chick was just a badass punk chick. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but yeah, Fred. Even when he had this Freddy Krueger's New Nightmares or whatever it was, the TV series that was on, it was all about watching that. It wasn't. It was creepy, scary, but it wasn't like nightmare scary. I don't know.
Hey, it's a great choice. That's awesome. That's one of my favorites of all time. So I'm in.
Yeah,
Randy, how about
really
you?
hold a
You got
candle to that
pumpkins.
first movie.
I do,
sorry,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're cool. You're cool. So I was always I am a huge Universal Monsters horror fan, but I guess that's not really horror. So if I'm going down that vein, I'm gonna throw out the Hammer horror series, like the Dracula movies, the Frankenstein's. It's the classics with the slasher vibe, blood, boobs. I mean, it's good stuff.
Hard to argue with that.
No, solid choices all around. Now we get into the debate side of the horror. If you have to be stuck in any horror movie, in any world where you're you, who are you picking that you think you have the best chance of survival?
Are you saying what world would we choose that you think we have the best chance of surviving in?
Yes. Well, actually, I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. I'm gonna let you choose for each other.
Oh, boy.
So let's see how well you guys know each other. We're doing a
Dude.
show as long as you have.
You're just throwing me to the wolves right off the bat.
So, Jack, why don't you choose for Jeremy? Jeremy, why don't you choose for Randy? And Randy, why don't you choose for Jack?
Okay.
So I have to choose someone to help him survive in the world of.
No. You
Oh.
have to pick a horror movie villain that you think Jeremy could possibly survive against.
Oh, I gotcha.
So it takes, you got to think about it. You're like, all right.
Trying to.
I know I'm like gazing into Randy's eyes trying to place this, and I can't. I would, if I'm choosing for Randy, I'm going to say Camp Crystal Lake, because, and the reason being, is because he's a very
Because I'm not getting
responsible.
lucky.
No, you're a responsible person. Who the people who always died at Camp Crystal Lake were the counselors who weren't paying attention to the children, the ones that were off screwing each other and stuff. I think Randy would be right on point. He'd have his eye on them kids, making sure everyone was safe. Everybody be dead except for him.
I appreciate you calling me lame, Jeremy. I really do.
I said responsible. How did you take
I
that to
know.
lame?
The campers would call you lame, but
Even when I
Well,
compliment this guy, it's a dig at him.
I love you,
All right,
man.
no sex for Randy. It's okay.
Well, he's married too, so that has a lot to do with it. That's all.
There you go. Don't bring her with you.
Right? All right. So for Jack, I know Child's Play's out because he's a toy freak just like Jeremy is.
I'm stuck. I don't know.
I'm going to say the It universe for Jack, because I think Jack could outsmart a demon clown pretty easily.
Well, yeah, because he's an adult.
I'm grasping at straws, man.
So, Jack, you just survive. You just have to turn a blind eye.
Yeah,
to the kid.
all I have to do is get old.
Check and check.
Yeah. Done.
I can outsmart. I have an AARP card. Demon clown. I'm not saying you have an AARP card, but you know, I'm sure Morgan Freeman or something would be just fine. All right, so now Jack, for Jeremy, where's he surviving?
I would maybe maybe The Shining, because I know he's up in that studio all the time by himself, being a good boy.
No word.
A lot of
All
time
work and no
alone.
play makes
He doesn't
Jeremy a
seem to
dull
go
boy.
crazy and all doing anything.
So you're basically saying that Jeremy's going to be fine. The people with him won't be. He'll be all right, though.
It's pretty accurate, man. Man.
There you go.
Great
Bravo.
choices. Great choises.
Look at the shower curtain if there's any people in there taking a shower, because you'll be sorry about that. Just remember that. God, that's my worst nightmare, that movie.
That was, I just thought she was an old woman when I was a kid. I watched that movie and I'm just like, she's old. Who cares? Is she dead or?
I had to still avert my eyes on a Ready Player One when they went in that whole sequence. I was like, please don't do the shower scene. Please don't do this. But sure enough, they did. I was like, God, no.
Left a scar on Jack's soul. He never used a shower curtain after that day.
Well, we got a good question from the comments. Brent asked, who would survive Pinhead? Out of all of you, who would survive Pinhead?
I'd be the first dead.
I've never seen any of the Hellraiser movies, so I really don't know. I didn't think anyone was able to survive Pinhead.
Well, do you like puzzles?
No.
No, you're good. You're all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I won't even try opening the box. I know about that box though.
Yeah,
I feel like
Candair gets marked
Randy
off
would
real quick.
probably. Randy would be the janitor at wherever the box was.
Clean it
And
up.
he'd pick it up and be like, "What's this?" And on his break, he's just playing with it, and then
Yeah,
not
that,
stupidly, but just like inquisitive.
yeah, that's pretty much me.
And then
Ooh,
you
what does this button do?
No, I love it. All right, so going in, so this is going to be I kind of switch gears a little bit. I want to. So this is going to be your 7th year. Do you have any big plans for your 7th year coming up?
Just keep growing. I mean, I guess nothing particular. 2020 was supposed to be the year of promotion, really getting ourselves out there and meeting people. But as we know, COVID had different plans for us. So we've been doing that the best we can from home. But I think as soon as the world starts opening up, at least in my opinion, we're really excited to get out there and meet the fans and make some new ones in the process.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why I think going out in the field and doing stuff. It's like that
Well,
the McDonald's thing that Randy was talking about. Stuff like that.
McDonald's thing.
Pizza.
So I don't know if the rest of you, do you remember McDonald's pizza?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
So that was a big part of my childhood. And I think Jack, probably you remember it too, right? Just from
Nope, but I've heard about it.
Okay, well, anyway, certain McDonald's used to sell like little personal pan pizzas and like regular size pizzas. And I used to get them a lot as a kid. Well, I found out after like every place in the US stopped making it except one here in Ohio that's like on the southeastern portion, like border with Kentucky or something. So I told Jack we're going to grab Jeremy and one of these days drive down and have ourselves some McDonald's pizza. It's like one of 2 in the US that still does it.
Hey, I'm down for that.
It's like the Blockbuster of McDonald's.
It really is, yeah.
The blockbuster no one gives a crap about.
Yeah.
Except for us. Hey, I love McDonald's. I will go to McDonald's anytime.
Well, I got to pull it up since we're here.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're looking at here.
Mm.
That is disgusting.
If they can't make it look good on the picture, something's wrong.
Ugh. Listen, I'm from New Jersey.
Okay,
So,
all right.
I'm a little biased. Like I hear McDonald's doing pizza.
I can see
I'm
that.
talking sacrilege right now. I got you.
So yeah, all right. Yeah, get your large Coke Zero with every pizza. Go for it. Listen,
Where, Randy, where'd you say this McDonald's was again?
It's like past Lancaster or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's southeast of Lancaster.
Well, that's not like how far southeast.
It's like
of
a
Lancaster?
2-hour drive from my house.
Hmm.
That's almost everywhere in Ohio, though, from
Pretty
Columbus.
much. It's not a bad drive.
No.
No, we should do it.
Let's do it.
100%, and please film it, and please let us see this footage. I want to know what you guys think of the pizza.
All right.
That's a good idea. Maybe that'll be a good idea for a road
Doing
trip.
stuff like that, getting out in the.
And air road trip.
Yep.
I mean, you got to put up a video of the pizza. You guys eating the pizza. We need to know, is it good or not?
I like that idea a lot. I like that
Well,
idea a lot.
It'll be interesting for me too because I remember it from my childhood, and these two guys haven't ever had it. So I'll have the nostalgia factor, and they'll just be like, "Randy, this sucks." I mean,
You know what that reminds me of is I don't know if you guys remember from like in the 80s. I remember when we were kids, KFC had like chicken sandwich sliders called Chicken Littles. They disappeared for years, and they're officially, I guess, back now, but now it's just a chicken tender on a slider bun. It's not the same thing at all. So I wonder if it'll be one of those things, like you take a bite of that pizza, would it be like a rush of memories coming back to you, or be like, oh God, this is awful?
This is
yeah.
Stick it on the wall.
It sucks.
We don't live here. Who cares? Let's get out of here.
Run. I'm not paying.
I don't even remember those. Like I do remember like the sliders, the newer ones that came out. I don't remember the old ones back then.
Yeah, I mean, I was really young, but we used to get them all the time, and they had the chicken patty was just as big as the bun, and it had a little bit of mayonnaise and a pickle on there, and they were delicious.
This is they call them the snackers now.
Yeah.
Ah.
I'll
The
pull up.
closest thing I've ever experienced to that was so around where I live now. When I was little, they used to have called racks. It was Rack's roast beef, which was
Mm.
Yes.
but it tasted like totally different. And I was out and about in my high school years with my dad. We were like driving up to I think Indiana or Michigan for something, and we came across a Racks, and it was like, this is my childhood. I remember this.
There's one of those open in Ohio still too.
Yeah, I think it's like northern.
Wrong one.
They actually had a Rax in Bellefontaine, Ohio, about 5 years ago. I think it was independently owned, but it opened, and boy, I was just as excited because we had one in Urbana when we were growing up, and it closed years ago. But as quickly as that place opened, it closed down.
Okay.
So here are the Chicken Littles. Yes, I certainly do not remember those.
Mm.
I got to tell you, I do some promotional marketing stuff for my wife's company, and just kind of editing and stuff like that, editing photos and stuff, and helping her take them. So I've been watching a lot of old Halloween cartoons because right now she's doing, and not cartoons, commercials, because she's doing Halloween cookies. Her company, she decorates and bakes, cookies. I guess the best way to put it. So she, she did some Halloween cookies, and I was like, all right, I want to get some ideas for, photographs to put them out. So I've been watching a lot of the old from 80s and 90s Halloween commercials. And it got me thinking. I was like, it's not that fun anymore. There's Halloween commercials that exist, but it was like an experience back then.
Yeah.
Just
the
everything
same thing with Christmas too.
100% agree. Yeah, it's crazy. Like I don't know if you guys remember a lot of the like everything seemed to center around. I remember McDonald's would have the Happy Meal toys for Halloween, and it felt like an event going there. Like you got the booklet with the different things you could get.
And didn't it all like come in like a trick or treat pail you could get too?
Yes, and it was the green witch,
yes,
the white goat, and the orange pumpkin, and they had faces.
Yeah.
I just even like Pizza Hut had like the Mr. Pizza Halloween thing.
Pizza Head.
Pizza Head, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So I just I miss that. I miss the idea, like having kids now and such. I'm bored. I'm like, why can't this stuff exist anymore? Why can't we market that way? I think McDonald's.
Yeah, well, it's funny you bring that up because when we started the show, I'm so big into Happy Meal toys, old, new, love them all, and McDonald's had announced that they were thinking about getting rid of the toys and going to like coloring books, and about the same time you saw cereals really pull all the little toys out of their cereal box toys from the 80s were just as awesome as drive-through toys, in my opinion. So I was super excited when I was at the grocery store just the other day and saw that General Mills is doing a thing in all their boxes where you can get a little PVC toy like you used to back in the day of one of their 6 or 7 mascots. So you can get like the Trix Rabbit or the Cheerios Bee or Lucky the Leprechaun. I love that kind of stuff. Love that stuff. So it was cool to see that at least General Mills is trying to bring it back old school.
Absolutely. I miss that.
I think part of the reason it seemed so like immersive, the Halloween advertising when we were kids, was that you had so many aspects of your childhood like that was advertising to you. You'd be watching cartoons and have Halloween commercials. All the after school sitcoms and stuff would have special Halloween themed episodes. And I don't know if it's just now in the age of streaming now you kind of get away from that.
Well, now there's not certain times when cartoons and kid shows are on. It's on all the time because we have Cartoon Network and stuff.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
There's no more Saturday morning cartoons anymore or after school cartoons. It's always on cartoons.
Right.
It is very sad. Like I try to maintain that like Saturday mornings like with my kids, but it is streaming. Like there's not much you can do. And say like, yeah, all right, you get like a 2-hour block of cartoons, watch this or something. It's just it isn't the same though. It sucks. It really does. You're right.
Yeah.
Brent says, remember when Pizza Hut had the personal pan pizza and they brought it out out to you in a pan like you were royalty. I do remember.
Yeah, and the pan of death that if you like touched, your face melted off.
Yeah.
Salted the hell out of your hand. Yeah, absolutely.
Now hardly any Pizza Huts have seating area. It's all takeout now.
Yeah.
And I think you have to go up and get it now if you do eat in.
They had the buffet version too, like Cece's has, but like Pizza Hut had that for a little while.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
And when Pizza Hut had TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles album exclusively, I do remember that.
Oh, yes. The rocking, what was it? Out of Their Shells tour.
Out of Their Shells tour, yeah.
Yeah.
I will. I want to share this with you guys because I just acquired these again after years and years. Yesterday they came in the mail for me, and I want to see if you guys remember them. It's the Universal Monster figure.
Oh, those were. I had the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yep. These were. Look at the detail that goes into them. They're awesome.
Oh yeah.
And they.
How big are those? How tall are they? It was like 3/4 inch.
Yeah, they were like GI Joe, like the little GI Joe size, I think, maybe a little bigger.
Those are cool. And how far back do these guys date?
This is 1997. Is one of these says.
I was gonna say like mid-90s.
Yeah, I'd say 97 is probably right on point because I think that's when they were. Remember they came out with like on VHS the Universal Monsters again and they're revisiting. That was around that time.
Didn't that have something to do with like the Universal Studios doing something at the theme park, or am I misthinking of something?
They might have. I don't remember exactly if that was what they were doing, but they. I watch a lot of these, and I'm like, I pulled up some more because you guys said you collect, and it's interesting to me. But like, do you remember? Like again, I'm going to go back to the McDonald's Halloween toys. This stuff had detail.
Oh yeah.
Give me one quick second. I can show you a few things.
Yeah, hang on.
Tell me if they brought these Halloween nuggets back, the ones you dressed up. People wouldn't buy them like crazy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They actually did bring them back. They there was a 40th anniversary of the Happy Meal celebrated over the summer sometime, and they released 20 of all their best toys, and you could get the nuggets. This right here being one of the little guys. But as far as Halloween goes, this is a OG right here.
Yeah. Those were the best commercials too with the nuggets.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I would love to find someone who has one of those nugget or hamburger puppets from the old commercials that were like singing and dancing. I would love to have one of those, but they probably look like the Ninja Turtle costumes that haven't had held up over the years. They probably look like Satan's spawn or something.
Yeah. Well, do you remember the original Grimace?
Oh, he was horrifying.
Yeah.
It's just like this blob that was, and I mean, he's always been a blob, but like he was a little more shapely going forward.
Yeah. He was the villain originally too, before the Hamburglar. He was the one always stealing the burgers and whatnot, and he looked a lot like HR Puff and stuff, if I remember correctly, just purple for the most part.
Oh, 100%. It was terrifying.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just looked like a giant turd with eyes. Now, one group of toys I found that in these commercials that I was watching that I completely forgot about. Were you guys Goosebumps fans as kids?
Oh yeah.
Well, let me see if you remember these. This was pretty interesting find when I found it, and it was from the most unlikely of places. Taco Bell did the Goosebumps toy line back in the day.
Yes.
And this is like early 90s or mid 90s, maybe.
I remember seeing those. I don't think I ever had any, though.
No, I definitely don't. But I tell you what, I want that gerbil.
I would like that gerbil, and I have no idea what they were.
He's from Monster Blood. See, I used to read those books. Those books are one of the first things that started ruining me on Saturday morning cartoons, because Saturday mornings I just lay in bed and read Goosebump books instead of watch cartoons. Obsessed. But yeah, I don't have any of those.
Yeah, those are when I saw those, I remembered them because I could picture them and see in the commercials. But Taco Bell was not really a place we went as kids.
Yeah.
No.
They weren't I don't remember them being around a lot. But yeah, I do remember the toy commercials though. So like, what for you? What like you guys say you collect collectibles? I'm not going to just call them toys. They are definitely collectibles and they stand out. I try to do the same. Like over here, I got my movie maniacs for my horror collection, stuff like that. And some
that's
other
cool.
stuff. But pales in comparison, I'm sure, because you guys seem to know your stuff. I just collect what I like. What are some of your prized possessions?
Ooh. Well, let me. I'll grab.
Jeremy's over there.
You guys
inventory.
go first. I'm sitting next to most of my prized possessions, so I have to choose carefully. Jack, Randy, you go ahead.
Let me back up here a little bit. Well, actually, one of mine is this right here.
Nice. That's
Also, this one right here, too, my X-Wing helmet.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh,
That's one of them. I'll be right back. I'll get one of my others.
now I see you, Randy, and we've mentioned it on the other show. Those prized possessions, I see those posters behind you as prized possessions personally. Those are amazing.
Those, thank you. Those actually I just picked up at Wizard World a couple years ago. They're reprints. They're not OGs, but yeah, I love them. I also have, I don't know if you can see it. I'm a huge Godzilla fan, so I've got the Godzilla Ghidorah Japanese one right there too. Prized possession for me, it's not up here, it's downstairs in my game room, but I've got the original NES Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it's autographed by Kevin Eastman.
Nice. Very
So
cool.
it doesn't get played, but it gets drooled over quite frequently.
Well, that's because you don't want to blow on it. You never know what's going to happen. No, that's awesome. So, like going out, like, where do you guys collect? Do you guys scour the internet? Do you go to the cons? I'm sure when there are cons. Of course.
I don't. It just depends. Sometimes. I love the thrill of the hunt. I mean, anything I ever want, I could just get on Amazon and click, have it at the house in 2 days. But where's the fun in that? We've talked so many times about being out and finding a toy at a toy store that you've wanted forever. Maybe it slipped your mind, and just the excitement that you have until you get it home and on the shelf. You know, that's when the excitement deteriorates. So you might, Jack and his.
Very nice.
So it's
That's
about
one of
the
mine,
hunt
man.
for me. Go ahead, Jack. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Jeremy's right with our hunt. I've actually joined a couple of Facebook toy groups, which has been horrible for me lately. Well, at least for my wallet, because they've got all these auctions, and I've spent so much money in the past like 2 weeks. But I've gotten some stuff and some interests that I never thought I'd have or see again. Like Silverhawks is. Remember that cartoon at all?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Well, I got a couple of gems on their way in right now. One of them I got the other day, which I'm so excited for, and I've got some good prices on them too. So
That's awesome.
but yeah,
Well, I don't know if
this
you
guy
guys-
walking around at the toy store, I seen him on the shelf, and we're just like, "Oh my god, it's Archer from Small
It's such a-
Soldiers."
I feel like that's an underrated lost gem of a movie.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, I remember it did pretty well, if I remember correctly, when it came out, but I don't hear nearly as many people talking about it.
No, and they had a whole huge toy line. That I was at a huge toy convention here in Ohio, and that's when I first started. I saw Chip Hazard in a box, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm coming around and get him." I didn't walked around, kept seeing more places had like all the other characters, and I was just like, no, I'm gonna get Chip Hazard when at the end, and Chip Hazard was gone, and then they were closed, so I lost all the chances of getting them. I could have had them all that day.
Oh man, that would have been great. Yeah,
Flew
that's
too
one of
close
them-
to the sun on the wings of small soldiers. Jack.
I don't know if I want to throw Jeremy on the spot here. I don't know if it was his favorite, but I'll remember when I just joined up with Canned Air, we did a convention, a video game convention, just to meet and greet people. And where we were at, we ended up setting up right next to a toy vendor. And, the minute we get there, we're setting up. I kind of seen Jeremy start doing one of these things because up at the very top, this toy vendor had the Legacy Power Ranger Morpher, like really high quality. And I just remember, Jeremy, how many times did you go over that thing before you pulled it? It was at least 4 or 5
Quite a bit. He's finally like, I'll just give you a discount. Just buy the damn thing. Go away.
I know that's probably not your holy grail, Jeremy, but that was hilarious seeing it.
I mean, it's impossible to choose an actual one item above all items. There's so many, but I mean, just of the few sitting here in front of me, we got the caddy here.
Nice.
And any of the I've got a whole bunch of TMNT NECA from the cartoon, from the video games, from the movie. That's just one of them. So those probably bring me some of the best joy. In Star Wars, Jack, I think, has this too. When Disney acquired Star Wars, they put a hard stop on anything Slave Leia. No Leia in the bikini. So when that happened, it was time to get some merch, and get some merch we did, and got the Black Series still in the box of
That's on my
Slave
wall
Leia.
right
So
over there.
that's one thing I really love.
It's such a shame. Disney. They have to Disneyfy everything.
Right? Tell me about it.
I don't know if it was so much Disney or if it was just the parents because it's Disney, because it belongs to Disney now, making the big
Well,
stink.
I mean, tomato. They're marketing her as a Disney princess now. You can't have that.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Even though she's wearing
Tinkerbell looks pretty darn good sometimes, so they
She's
could
not-
probably put more
Look at
clothes
Ariel.
on her.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, Ariel's not wearing much more.
Oh, but she's
She's
also a
wearing a
fish. That could be difficult.
Well, I mean, Randy's all about it. It's fine.
Well,
She'll swim up in Crystal Lake, and then he'll get killed because he was messing around with Ariel.
Because I wasn't sitting on my.
that, Randy.
I was just asking her where the Daily Bugle was, guys. I promise.
Real men don't want dick pics. Real men want pictures of Spider-Man. I love that. I gotta say, this was so much fun. I had a great time with you guys.
Same here.
And please, anytime you want to come back on the show, I'd love to have you. We got to do a crossover event. Got to get you guys, and let's get the guys from the con guys on.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they were a lot of fun. Yeah, that'd be a blast.
I think we can get a fun show going where we just talk about movie news or whatever. It doesn't have to be movie, comics, whatever. I don't care, or everything. Let's just throw it all out there.
I am down. I am definitely down. That sounds like a great idea.
All right, let's work on that. And I'd love having you guys on. I appreciate being on your show. It was so much fun. Again, I don't even mind losing. That's how much fun it was.
Everyone loses when they come on our show.
We'll get you on the actual show coming up too.
I got one question right, and I forget who said it, but it was just like, Mick's coming out of the gate. He's going to take it. And I'm just like, that was it.
Yeah.
For both games. It was the first question in the first game. Nothing ever good. No, but I really appreciate this. I love your show. You guys are fantastic. Love to do more with you in the future. Before we go, do you guys have anything that you want to promote coming up or anything like that? Or just we'll promote the hell out of your show. The links will be in the descriptions and everything.
Thank you.
I mean, I guess we could just do our normal roll, Jack, if you want to kick her off there.
Go to cannedairpodcast.com where you can see show highlights, guest info, listen to the show, follow us on our social media, check out our merch page, become a patron, see some YouTube videos, and if you want to be a guest and promote your work, send us an email on our contacts page.
And you can find us on Twitter at CannedAirPod and on Instagram at canned_air. And if you like our show, want to show some support, head over to patreon.com/CannedAirPod. Where $5 a month gets you access to the Canned Air Patreon pod. And really quick, Mitch, before we go any further, the viewers can see exactly what we're seeing here, correct?
Yeah.
I kind of want to do what Jack was doing earlier, but I never get this chance. And kind of like Brady Bunch square this. So can I look over here at Jack and then up at Randy up there and then Mitch up above me? Love
Yeah,
that.
there you are.
The wrong way.
Oh, Randy, there you are.
Hi.
Okay, if we do this in the future, we really
Yeah,
gotta work this out.
Yeah, we'll get the choreography down.
There it is.
Before we go live, we're just okay. So 1, 2, 3, then and still doing the theme song.
It's
All
a
right,
story of a guy named Randy.
He didn't know
Janitor
much
named
about
Randy.
Spider-Man.
Oh, my humiliation is real.
Cleaning up after Wolverine. But no, and I'm sorry, Randy. I have to apologize to you because I know Turner Classic Movies is doing Dracula, Cat People, House on Haunted Hill, and The Haunting tonight. And I've kept you from that for about an hour, so I'm sorry.
Bro, for you, I will gladly give those up. I got them on DVD anyway, so we're good.
Yeah, we don't miss
Well, I
anything
appreciate it,
nowadays.
guys. So, yes, I am always up for doing this again. You guys are fantastic. Everybody, go check out the Canned Air podcast. It's amazing. And yeah, Randy, Jeremy, Jack, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks for having us,
so
man.
much for having us. It's been a blast.
Yeah.
Until next time, everybody, have a good night.
Bye.
See ya.
All right. And
Bye.